All right. Y'all joining us. This is the first episode, well, like the second episode where we're gonna go. We live on the gram as well. So let me make sure.
I found it. It was another button I had to click.
Actually,
it was another button I had to click.
All right, gotcha. Now I'm hearing the echo.
I don't hear an echo.
I hear the echo bad. Let me hold on a second. All right, let's see. So, boom. Is that better? 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me?
It sound the same to me.
All right, cool. Now I was hearing like an echo. Y'all was hearing that echo?
Yeah, I heard it too.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I heard an echo as well.
It's gone now.
It's gone. I got to. I think as the host, I can't go live on my ground because it's echoing.
Yeah, it's
so cool. All right, so yeah, we're just working out a couple of bugs. All right, so let's start the intros. Let's go ahead and get started, man. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Again, it's your first time joining us. My name is Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210. It's at Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media. Also, go to my YouTube. I want y'all to like, subscribe, and comment. I need more engagement. Next year gonna be the year, man. We need to go ahead and get I want to get 5,000 subscribers, at least maybe 10. So 5,000 subscribers by summer, 10,000 by the end of the year. So next year gonna be the new year we launch. So we need 9,000 more subscribers. Go to www.applywithb.com if you want to book me for a consultation, or you want to go ahead and start off and get pre-qualified for a mortgage. You can call me at 832-775-8357. You can call me 24/7 as long as it's about business. Also, I'm a luxury agent as well. So go to my website, www.brandonbdixon.com, and you can go ahead and book me there. Don't forget, we got another collaboration over competition event, January 6th. Going to be a webinar. We're going to talk about investments, man, doors and dogs. So if you're looking for some good investments to put your money into for next year, it's going to be a great webinar. Also, if you want to join the club, we got some specials coming up at the beginning of the year. Go to www.cocinvestmentclub.com if you want to join our real estate investment club. So, CJ, I'll go ahead and give you the floor from there. Go ahead, introduce yourself. I got you keyed up.
All right, we're going to breeze through this real quick. All right, what's up, everybody? CJ, broker owner of Greenwood Realty Group down here in the H. Connect with me on all social media. CJ Self Texas at CJSELLFTX. Let's collab on there and connect. We have the website, greenwoodrealtytx.com. We have all the information on there if you're a buyer looking for available properties, a seller wanting to know what your home value is, or if you're a realtor looking to join a team. We got all that information online. Go check it out. We'll help you from there. We got the YouTube channel, CJ the Realtor, and we have our home tour Lux edition on there showing you some of the nicest luxury homes in Houston and the surrounding areas. So we go not just in Houston, but the suburbs to show you some of the nicer homes on the luxury side. So if you're interested in that, give me a subscribe, like, share, follow, all that good stuff. I need all that information. So go on there and show me some love. And then, of course, we give back the Mansa Academy, where we teach our young men knowledge of self-improvement and entrepreneurship. So if you want more information, go online to the mansaacademy.org.
All right. And next I got Barry B.
All right. This is Barry B. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in Houston and surrounding areas, you can give me a call at 832-786-1270. Or you can Google me at Homes by Barry B. I'm on all channels, all social media, and I have YouTube. Let's talk about your goals. YouTube channel. I have TikTok and all those. So give me a call, email, phone call, or give me a message on one of those, and let's talk about those goals for 2024.
Gotcha. Hyman, somebody got some static in their mic.
Hey, my name is Hyman with H&L Premier Realty, here to help you with whether you need to invest, buy, sell, or rent in real estate. Feel free to give me a call, 832-235-0985, or you can reach me on the website at hnlpremierrealty.com.
Gotcha, Patrick.
All right. Hey, guys. Patrick Chevalier III with Chevalier Wealth. I'm a wealth advisor, financial planner. I help folks with their investment goals, tax planning, legacy, and estate, as well as retirement planning and retirement income planning. If you Google us or go to our website, www.chevalierwealth.com, you will find out more about us, our story, our why, who we serve, and all that good stuff. Big thing that's on my mind with folks towards the end of the year is definitely tax planning, right? You know what your income is going to be for the year, so it's a good time to take a look to see what you can do there. In addition to that, the Fed signaled that rates will likely start going down next year. So, you know, on the real estate side, it's a good thing. On your retirement account side, not so much. So it's definitely time to lock in some of those high rates before they start going down in 2024.
Gotcha. And Corey.
All right, Corey Smith, broker owner, Commodore Mortgage, here for all your mortgage needs. You can look us up at www.commodoremortgage.com or feel free to give me a call, 832-297-7659.
Gotcha. All right, so everybody been commenting, and actually, I'm looking at the views. The views been up since we've been doing the reaction show, so that we're gonna kind of keep that a theme, like, man, react to the latest memes and the latest clips on talking about real estate. So I got about 4 of them, but y'all gonna have to stay tuned. At the end, we're gonna discuss our goals for our companies, and we're gonna give us, y'all some game plans on how y'all can discuss y'all goals with us, before the end of the year, if y'all want us to help y'all to get y'all goals accomplished for next year. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned at the end of the show for that. So, but without further ado, let's go and get to the first clip. I got Chris presenting today because I was trying this Instagram thing, but I see they having technical difficulty. But I already got his queued up, so let's go ahead.
You want to do it, Sil?
Yeah, go ahead and do the first one. I got a little mixture in there this week. I want to do some like motivation stuff and some real estate stuff. So we're gonna, we got about 4 clips. So let's go ahead and knock out the first one.
All right, hold up.
We're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live.
We busted our behinds. We had to bust our behinds.
Whoopee, here is the problem millennials are facing today. If you look from 1980 all the way to 2019, the average home prices, this column is what's important. This was the income needed to qualify for the average home. Every year, even before the 80s, for the past 50 years, the median household income was more than what you needed to qualify until 2023, where the income needed to qualify is more than the median household income. And another thing you have to look at is this column over here, which is rent. You could rent for just 14% of your income, 17% of your income, 16% of your income. But look when millennials entered the chat, 25%, 25%, 30%. This is when rent prices started to go up. Now, millennials could have bought here, but what people forget, in 2010, the youngest millennial was 14 years old. So we're being forced to spend 30% of our money on rent as a family, where most people renting are probably single because they haven't built a family yet, and they're spending 40% of their income on rent. So this, everyone wants to talk about inflation and that's always been the same up and down. No, it is a supply and demand issue with the housing market that's driving the prices up, plus the interest rates is making, with housing tax and student loans, 70% of millennial and Gen Z's income has gone to just those 3 things. Your college back in the 80s and 90s was $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for a 4-year college. It is $40,000 now.
Sorry, if you only want to work 4
All right, that's it. I see CJ got that Cricket wireless, man. You know that
It's almost 9 p.m. I think it's free after 9. It's almost.
Yeah, I think it's just click on it and start rolling, man.
Yeah, but it go down to 3G though.
When you ain't pay your bill, man, it starts slowing down if you ain't pay your bill on time.
Somebody took the aluminum foil off my antenna.
Right. I know what kind. You know, so but I'll go ahead and open the floor, man. Whoever wanna, I know it echoes some of the stuff of last year, but I think he got a little bit more specific on, you know, he showed like the rent and showed the income gap, and he showed like this, you know, I've heard I've seen a few memes that everybody wants the 3 times you got to make 3 times your rent. That's the new thing.
Yeah,
That's always been the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
always
always
been-
been- yeah, it's
It's
always
like-
been a thing.
Yeah.
no, it's all. Ever since I've been doing rentals, they've been wanting 3 times the rent. I mean, it was
Well,
for years.
That's what the report
It's just
said
the
back-
amount. It's just the amount.
Right. Right. So,
Well,
but
to the video, the rents are going up, so that 3 times number is a
Yeah.
right. So, with that being said, you know, anybody want to open it up on that? Like, you know, not all at the same time.
No, I think it's interesting. What's the one that he said right before he got to the rent, where he talked about how what you need to qualify is more than the median? Is that what he said?
right.
Right. More than the
He
median
said that
household income.
what's needed to qualify for a loan is more than what the median income is for a family. I think
Right.
that's interesting. That's
Right. So, like the
That was
average
what-
folks can't afford a house anymore.
yeah. So yeah, the
Right.
average folk can't afford it. Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna
Right.
need 2 incomes at least. Well, that's even families. So families now can't even afford the house, and it's pretty soon you're gonna squeeze your rent. What he's saying as well, you know, between student loans and the rest of the stuff, 70% of your income is going just towards those things. Student loans, rent, you know, and what else he said? Student loans, rent, and something else. You know, but basic necessities is 70% of your income now.
Mhm.
You know, couple that with gas prices and food and stuff like that. Food going up, so
Yeah, I'm gonna cover that with everything.
right. Couple that with everything else. You know, wages staying flat and everything else high. So, what's your
One
advice?
thing
And
people
no
be
advice.
talking about is how this insurance is going up on everybody too.
Right. That's another thing. My insurance. Then I restarted my thing. I made them redo my automobile. I refused to pay more.
Yeah, I actually just got with a new company this past month. I left. I was with Farmers, now I'm with Progressive.
Right.
They told
Yeah,
me
they-
inflation. I'm like, hey, inflation's down, so that won't fly with
Right.
me. I'm
Right.
Then they try to raise my 17%, talking about it's more expensive to do business in Texas. Nah.
right.
I'm not buying it. You know, so but I'll go ahead and comment on it, man. Everybody scared of that one. I don't know. I'm not scared to tackle that one, man. This is he's
Like,
beating the reason why I
he's
keep beating it.
he's spitting facts.
Right. The reason why I keep beating this horse over the head is because what else do y'all need to get motivated to get in the game right now? You know, what else do y'all need? You see the trend. Y'all think it's gonna get worse or you think it's gonna get better? You know, I think it's gonna get worse before it try to get
Oh,
better.
it's not gonna come down.
Right. You know, this economics 101, and I'm glad I got Patrick here to give me an amen. It's like what we learned in economics class is like everything is like rates and inflation is like a feather. When you blow on a feather, it's quick to go up, but it's slow to go down. You know, so it shoots up, you know, when you blow on it, but when it goes down, it floats down.
Right.
So same thing. So if you expecting stuff to go spike up and spike down, it's not gonna happen. You know, it goes up rapidly, you know, for the most part, especially with the rates. So I can't see it coming down. When you talk about deflation, now you're talking about destabilizing the currency, right?
Right.
You know, so that's not no bueno either. So I think you need to react now while you have the job, while you have before it goes any further, and get creative and jump in the game, because as rents go, what that says to me is that even more and more of your income is going out the window. That means nothing. Are you following me? So if 30% right now is out the door, another 30%, the 40% is going to Uncle Sam. You're working for basically nothing. They had a song in the 80s called "Shackles on My Feet." So like, so
how does it go?
it was
Shackles on my feet.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So I think it's just planning, making smart decisions, and as the games get more and more serious, I think you need to get more and more serious. I think playtime is over because they got real.
One thing that I'm thinking about with it is what about the income? Because if the income is not going up, you're never going to get up to that point.
Right.
I mean, if you're not making more money, you never gonna get to that spot if it keeps going up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's gonna keep going up, you need to go ahead and get that second job. Go ahead and get that business started. Go ahead and get that supplemental income, and go ahead and bite the bullet. Put like I said last week, saying at the same time, budget and make that sacrifice now before it gets out of hand. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Next summer is gonna get even more out of reach. It'll get even more out of reach because the prices, everybody gonna bid, and the people that got it gonna get it, and that which is what that's gonna lead to be the small guy. You're gonna be princess pants.
But this is a part of all, how they talk about like the middle class is pretty much disappearing.
Right. So
It's
people that got it gonna get it. If you ain't got it, if you ain't got it, you better get it right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right,
The two big takeaways for me from that, and I'll let you jump in, Hyman. The two takeaways I got was that, Whoopi, she was saying, hey, we worked hard, right? And we were able to do these things. You millennials need to work hard. I believe the millennials, I think we're working hard as well, but the barrier of entry is much harder or higher than it was in her day. And that's when he was talking about those ratios of the cost of living, so on and so forth.
Right.
And then the other big takeaway was kind of like CJ just said, what it does, because the average or the median price to get in or to get that home that you want is much greater than the average salary of a two household family. That definitely is shrinking the middle class, right? And so that was the two ways for me. It's like, hey, you can still work hard, but if you're not, pulling in $115,000 a year as a couple, right, you're in a pretty tough spot.
Let's examine that. I think the work hard back then is different than the work hard today, and I think that's what we still hadn't adapted to. We still got our grandmother's idea of what they did. They didn't have
what
internet.
Work is.
They didn't have so I think we need to get creative. We need to be optimize that time. You could rent your clothes out now. You could buy a car and rent your car out. There's all kind of ways you could make money in your sleep, with all these apps and stuff like that. It's all about convenience. You could like you said, like I think somebody said that last week, you can sell barbecue plates out the car. And that's the thing. Like that's the thing right now. Like they doing reactions. They pulling up on you. They delivering your plate.
That's how turkey leg hood started.
Yeah, you deliver plates, whatever. You got to get creative and nowadays and to supplement that income. Well, I could stack that 20%. Work, stack. The work harder looks different than clocking in and clocking out like it did back in our days. That was you could work your way to a decent living. Now that the wages are gone, all right, we got to get creative with the hustles.
Right.
The wages are not, as you see, the wages are not going up.
And I think this is more the age of entrepreneurs. Back in our day,
Right.
You know, people work for a company, and back then you worked for 30 years to get a pension and all that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Hold up, see,
my parents' days. I mean, back when our parents was working, but now, like, they laid folks off. Like, I'm a witness of that. I've been laid off a couple times, but they'll lay you off in a minute just to make shareholders happy.
of course.
Right.
Right. But to your point, to you guys' point, you and CJ, Brandon, times have changed, and I think it's easier to generate revenue just because of technology in the world that we live in today. Right. But to Whoopi's point from the video, you just got to get up and get out and go make it happen.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Get out and get some.
Right.
Spend all your life trying to get high.
Right.
Right.
Hyman know all the songs.
You can do that
Right.
and get paid nowadays. You could get high and just film your reaction on YouTube, and that could be and on TikTok.
Hey,
You can make
Hey, the
money
cats get paid for that.
nowadays.
Cats is
hey,
getting paid for that.
I posted a picture. I'm growing this lion's mane mushroom. It ain't psychedelic or nothing, but people's tripping like it was some kind of like I was on some stuff, man.
Right. So
Psychedelics is about to become legal.
Right. That, and like I said, don't forget, boys are riding around in Lambos and they play video games for a living. They just film themselves playing video games, and people sit there watching somebody else play video games. That's
And when that like last year when that kid won like $1 million for winning a Fortnite tournament or something like that.
Right. So we've made it to where you could do what you want to do if you're good at it. The problem is we don't stick to one thing. We don't focus. Focus what you're good at, and then make an actual living out of what you're good at.
Right.
You know?
All right, let me ask something. So I'm 45. So am I considered a millennial or a Gen Zer?
No, millennials start if you're born in 81.
Okay, well you're Gen X. You my generation then.
I'm an X,
Gen
right?
X.
So we're right. So we're right behind the baby boomers, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Yes, we're behind the baby.
All right, but we're discussing Gen Z and millennials, correct?
Right.
Right.
Well, I'm leaving the new school, so
So here's the thing. I think, of course, what you're speaking about as far as inflation, as far as the cost of living, income is not catching up. I'm going to address the mentality side of it. If a Gen Zer's parents have rented, 9 times out of 10, they're going to rent too. Period. If a Gen Z,
I couldn't hear you, man, at all. We're reading by a microphone, man.
Hey,
It's breaking and popping, man. It's breaking and popping, man. I couldn't hear.
You on one tonight?
Yeah, it's popping that thing, man. It's popping that thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's pee popping.
Is that better?
Yeah. I couldn't hear you. Say it one more time.
We're going to address the mentality of it. So if we're Gen Zers, any of our children that's become adults, if you have not purchased a home during the time where they can see you buy one, all they know is how to rent. And that's all they're going to focus to is how to rent until their surroundings are different. If their surroundings is figuring out how to make money on the internet, that's great. But when it's time to go and try to buy something, the first thing they're going to do is go rent an apartment or rent a house, because that's just what they know and that's what their parents know. Period. And until we work as Gen Xers to show our children, hey, look, you do not have to rent. You can save your money, and we'll put you in a little house, and you go from there. Regardless, it's our responsibility as parents is to place our children in the best position to start life better than what we did.
Great. And I think I made a comment a while ago. I was like, we kind of backwards, man. We grow up and we want to buy a mama a house instead of our mom and parents leaving us a house.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, they do, but
you know what? Also,
we don't want to live in the hood.
And also with that mentality, Hyman, the mentality of us as parents, and I guess that next generation of when you're 18, you getting out of my house.
Right.
I know a few people who parents told them 18, you gone. So if you I promise I have.
Man. Really?
Yeah, I was out
there. No, I have.
Yeah.
And so real. And so their mentality is, okay, I'm gonna be leaving, so they ain't thinking about saving money, and that's what we need to do. Keep our kids in and have them save money while they're with us, living with us. They can save money and then buy their own home instead of running to go get an apartment.
Right.
I think that was more of a
just
Gen X.
because the government says you're an adult at 18, don't mean you're an adult.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
because
I
you're
think that was
18.
more of a Gen X. I think my generation got that treatment. Our generation, Gen X. I think these younger, the Gen Z, are more coddled, but they coddled in the wrong way. They need to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
While you're with me, you could stay with me and live with me. However, you need to be making a plan to put X amount of dollars to get your own house instead of renting.
Okay, so if we take the 18 situation, right? Is the research study says a mind is not fully developed until they're 25? Is that by that? Have we heard that statement before?
Yep.
I've heard it for men and women's a few years younger, right?
Okay, so from that 18 to 25, we are trying to show them how to develop a plan, follow through the plan to see the benefits of the plan.
Right.
I've raised children, man, and I can tell you right now.
That's what you need to do as a parent. But the problem is, we think.
I mean, I got a 20-year-old and I got a 20. My daughter's 20. She'll be 24 in February. Man. Hey, man, I'm working through it, man.
You still working through it? She 24.
I'm working through it.
Hey, she ain't never getting out them pockets, bro.
Man, I'm working through it. I'm just doing the best I can with as much information as I can. But yes, it makes great sense when we talk about it. But the practicality of it, though.
Well, that's why you got to kind of make them do it. Like I said, that's the whole thing. If you're gonna stay here with me, I need you to do X, Y, and Z.
Barry, what did your people say when you're 18? You gotta get up out of here because they don't want to be told what to do because they feel like they're grown at that point.
No, I'm talking. No, the parent.
The
parent was telling the child that.
Yeah, but they've been dealing with it for 18 years. They don't want to listen.
Oh yeah, well.
Let me say this, and then let's go to the next clip.
Go ahead, B.
Let me say this, and let's go to the next clip. I think too many of us, we think these adult skills are going to happen by osmosis. And I don't think we put a game plan together for our kids, like a practical game plan. Because if they don't see you playing it, you just living life. You just, event to event without planning an event. That's how they're going to plan. That's how they're going to. You got to plan out for them, and that shows them that's the practicality right there.
They're watching you.
Right. So that's why too many of us, we get in our 40s and stuff, and financial planning is still foreign. Family planning is still foreign. Because we didn't see that growing up. I think that's more important than actually this buying is like, hey, just plan out everything. Hey, have a game plan, execute the game plan, and don't quit. That alone will teach like more life lessons than anything. See something to the end and accomplish something that gives you greater satisfaction than anything else you can do. Let's go to that second clip.
Hell, just start them off with getting life insurance.
That works.
Right. And one thing too to add on before you drop the next clip is even if you do set those goals and you have a plan and you fail, you'll still be in a better place than if you didn't have a plan or a strategy at all.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Talk about it, Chavi. How many kids you got, man?
I have two daughters, 10 and 11. So they tell me enjoy it while they're young, Hyman. I guess you agree with that.
Those are the golden times. These are the golden times.
Those are the last of the golden times. Yep. I would agree. That's the last of the golden time until 12, 13.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
I remember the first time I knew it was over between me and my daughter. Like we was at the water park, and I got a lemonade, and I was like, yeah, let me try that. So I took a sip of that lemonade, and she took the straw and threw it. And then we got another straw. I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Your mouth been, daddy.
Yeah, like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over now. Yeah, like, oh man, it's things will never be the same. Things will never the same after that. You know what I mean? This is a real life story. All right, let's go to the second one. So you got a cue?
Hold up.
Don't forget you got the
cricket. No.
We're doing it live, people. We're doing it live.
Give me a second before I answer.
I'm passing it back.
We're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live. At least we're doing it. You know,
from cold calling the probate list, and the house was worth about $260,000 fixed up. I estimated the repairs to be about $40,000 as it needed a full cosmetic renovation. I offered the seller $130,000, and we ended up agreeing to $140,000. I assigned the contract to a cash buyer for $175,000. The seller lived out of town, so I agreed to cover the cost of a mobile notary for the seller, and that ran $300. So my net profit on this deal was $34,700. This is a deal I just closed.
well, we missed the first that's fine. You gonna be, you missed the you kind of came in like that halfway.
Oh,
You know,
well, he wasn't talking about that in the beginning.
Well, it kind of ties into what we were talking about. That's one of the ways you can make some money is wholesaling. You could find it's more sweat equity, but you could make you some nice chunky money, 30,000, 40,000, 10,000, 5,000, whatever, and that could go towards your savings, your down payment, and stuff like that. Wholesaling real estate. It's just a matter of learning and hustling, and that's more like I open that up to Hyman and Corey to kind of comment on that. It's like that's kind of a way that you could get those nice chunky plays. So would you agree, or you want to go ahead and comment on that?
I would agree, but you gotta have tough skin. If you don't have tough skin, then you're saying it's not the business for you to be in. You need to find another hustle because you're gonna get cussed out. You're gonna get a whole bunch of people that hang up on you. The best way to put it is put it in a customer service industry type role, because what you're doing is you're playing a numbers game. What you're trying to do is contact enough people, and you're probably gonna get 100 no's until you get a yes, or you may get 50 no's until you get a yes. But if it bothers you because somebody cuss you out and hang up the phone on you, whatever case may be, it may not be a longevity business for you.
Right, Hyman, you want to get in on that?
As far as the wholesaling process goes, I think in order to be a part of that industry, you really do need a mentor. You need somebody who can teach you the documentation that's needed to keep you from getting sued, that helps you understand what it actually costs, the cost of marketing to find your deal. Right, that deal he probably got, it probably took him about maybe about 100 to 200 calls. Like Corey said, the ratio of 50 no's to 1 yes, and then still being able to agree to terms with the seller. That's a whole nother animal. But yes, it is a very feasible way to make some money. It's via wholesaler, but you got to really be careful about your documentation and how make sure you don't misrepresent yourself. Period.
So let me ask you guys this. I looked into that years ago when I was a younger man. And I actually almost got 2 deals, but I just didn't follow through with it. To me, it was harder to find a buyer than it was to find the property in the lower, and negotiate the price with whoever owned it. Is it still difficult? Is it still difficult to find a buyer?
Buyers is never going to be an issue.
No, it's all about the numbers.
In the industry, you know what I'm saying? So if you got a smoking deal, you know what I'm saying? Any investor would tell you, if you got a smoking deal, you will find a buyer. Yeah. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? And then especially now, as opposed to back then, now they have all these group meets and meetings and social events and all this other stuff where they have nothing but investors there.
Yeah.
And if you have a smoking deal, you take that deal to one of those meetings and you talk to an investor, hey man, I got this deal right here. Here's some pictures on it. Here's the numbers. They're probably going to do their due diligence for the next day. But the next day, if the numbers make sense and the pictures make sense, shit, you got a deal. Somebody's going to buy that.
Right. And they got brokerages, real estate brokerages set up just for finding deals. And that's part of your network as well. Like getting people, investors that look for deals. And that way, when you come across deals, I plug it into my network and I call, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I got a deal for you.
Yeah, some have meetings like every month or every couple weeks.
Yep.
And
they do whole presentations.
Yeah, you get in front of everybody and hey, this is what it is, blah blah, and then you get your buyer list from that too. So when you do get a deal, you can send an email out to 10,000 people.
Top investors, they have we call bird dogs. those are the wholesalers are like bird dogs. You know, they find the
Mm-hmm.
deals for them and bring them there, and you get a chunk of that. When you're on a certain level. Now, when you're intermediate, yeah, you're gonna try to find your own deals to save some money. But for the most part, if you got it, you're gonna have the people that send you by, send you the deals, and you if you capitalize.
Right. So this guy in this video, right, like Corey said, you put a little sweat equity in up front. If you come across something and you agree to terms with whoever that person is, and it's a decent price, more than likely you'll get off that property and make some money in the next 30 days. Is that fair to say?
Less than that, actually. What's the quickest you close on the Hyman? A wholesale deal?
7 days.
7 days. So usually it's cash deals. So it's like, for the most part, they are quick to close. So especially if they
even cash deals are even hard money. If guys doing hard money, that'll take you 7 to 10 days as well.
Yes,
So
right.
it's
the same thing. But the problem is that we so I don't get it. Like, I want to touch on what Corey said earlier. I know the hunger feeling is more severe than somebody telling me no. When your ribs touching, does that what I mean?
But you got to get to that point, B. You got to get to that mentality where there is nothing. The only way you're gonna make it is if you make that one thing work.
But I think,
I don't get people. They'll go broke before they so shamefaced.
At some point, and I'm gonna speak for every agent on the board, if you don't mind me, fellas. At some point, you damn near got to be about to be willing to quit before your deal comes.
Before what? You snap, crackling, and popping again, man.
I said you got damn near to quit before your deal comes.
So.
Yeah. I've been there. But then at the same time too, I think it's kind of generational because back in the day when we used to holler at girls, like put your number on the napkin, do you like me, yes or no? You had some rejection as a young man.
Not everybody built for them rejections. You know what I'm saying? They go home cry at night. You know what I'm saying?
So if you stopped that after the first no, then you won't get no girls.
My thing is
everybody's built different. Everybody's built different. You know what I'm saying? You got some cats that'll stay in fight. You know what I'm saying? When things get tough, right? But then you got some cats that just want to curl up and run away. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of that, you know what I'm saying, speaks to the actual personality. I think, you know what I'm saying, for some people, even if their ribs are touched or showing, you know what I'm saying, they starving, you still got the personality of the person. Some person gonna be like, okay, well look, I gotta go feed my family. I gotta go figure this out one way or the other. And then you got some people that's just gonna sit around and smoke weed all day and complain. Different personality.
That's what I don't get. Like, this ain't working on the railroad. This ain't, you ain't up on a 50-foot pole, on a circuit breaker.
You're not digging ditches somewhere.
You're not digging ditches. It's like you talking to people and they can tell you yes or they can tell you no. They tell you no, keep on going. I think success, especially in our business, which is sales, in a nutshell, you got to be immune to rejection. You got to be immune to hearing no. If no affects you at this point, you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat.
All right, so I'm gonna use your analogy of digging ditch and getting up on a 50-foot pole, man. You got to get up on the pole and you got to dig the ditch to know, say, okay, I'm not going to that. So I'm gonna do whatever I have to do not to go back to that. Period. So for those who may be listening, wondering, do I need to do this? Go do a bunch of stuff that you just can't stand to do. You're like, I know I can do better than this, and I promise you, you'll make whatever this is 100%.
Go ahead and shovel some fish guts at Labor Ready.
So I wasn't thinking that.
That person taking no, that might not be that bad when you shovel some fish guts.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking as like a side job or side hustle, right?
Yeah.
If you have a decent job that you're working, you can learn to do that on the weekends, right? And spend 2 or 3 weekends a month attacking it. After 2 or 3 months, more than likely you'll have something.
I've seen people this year in 2023 that have decent jobs. As soon as they hear that word in, before the O come out, they done already balled up.
As soon as they hear what?
I have people. I've seen people right now in 2023. This is, I would say, 90%, 87 to 90% of our industry. Soon as somebody say "in" and before that "o" come out, they done balled up and they crushed their world.
Gotcha.
How?
Gotcha.
You're in the wrong business.
You know why? You know why I got that business?
That's true, but you're saying if everybody had that same mindset, everybody would be a top 1%er, right?
And that's what I'm figuring out. That's what I'm
just everybody is not built the same.
Yeah,
everybody's not raised up the same.
I speak for those that want to be 1% or in the top 1%. It's just either is you is or is you ain't.
My baby.
Yeah, it's either is you is. Or
hey
is
man, I'm gonna
ain't.
start calling you Jukebox. You know all the songs.
I know all the lines.
What's that? Shazam.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
you got a song line for everything.
No, because I'm seeing it like it's the mentality so different. Like I don't get it. Like before I started that, I'm gonna knock on the door.
You know another reason why people get in our industry. B? You don't watch TV that much, so you can't associate to this. I know I watch the shows. Corey watch shows. You watch reality TV, Chevrolet?
Yes, I know what you're getting ready to say.
Really.
You don't watch? Okay, you watch reality TV, CJ?
Nah.
I know what you're getting ready to say, Hyman.
What I'm about to say, Barry. Tell me what I'm about to say, y'all.
That TV show with 4 letters. That channel with 4 letters. HG.
Nah, not that one.
HGTV?
But not that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this: if any of y'all watch the reality shows, have you ever noticed when they say what they do, like 60% of those folks are realtors, and you see them pull up in the Benz with the pretty bags, the fly suits, so they feel like, oh man, if I see it on TV, then everybody in everybody's family have a real estate agent that does realty and they do well. So they think they can just come jump in the business and think, oh, I got it made. I look the part, and you go start looking the part.
I don't know if that's the case. I see what you're saying. People think it's easy.
Oh
and
yeah, people think it's easy.
Yeah,
People love what we do. They think we just sit at the house and watch TV and talk on the phone.
And go show houses. That's all they think we do.
That's all they
I think adults realize that there should be a level of skill in order to get to the top percent. And there's going to be a level of difficulty in anything that you do.
Right.
So I know that people don't think, hey, my name is B, and all right, B, here goes my wallet. I know that people don't have in their mind that this is how this works.
Yeah, they do.
They can't be. They can't. Nobody's that delusional.
Hey, watch out when this market goes crazy next year. Watch how many people jump back into real estate.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
All right, let's for time purposes, let's go to. We got 2 more clips. Then we're gonna talk about goals, man.
All right, I'm 1 for 2.
Yeah, well, one of the half. We watched the half a clip.
All right. Baby steps.
He got the jokes tonight, man.
Right.
According to a CNN analysis of federal consumer protection data, last year, Navy Federal Credit Union only approved 48%. That's less than half of its Black applicants for conventional home mortgages. White borrowers were approved more than 75% of the time. It's the biggest gap among the top 50 lenders. The data also shows Navy Federal was more than twice as likely to deny Black mortgage applicants than white ones, even when different variables, including income, debt, property value, and down payment percentage, or thousands of other Black applicants were also rejected, according to a CNN analysis of federal.
That was it?
Can we watch the rest of the video?
That was it.
No, man.
Yeah, I think I saw that on the news.
It just looped again.
You got to show it to Gary Coleman, man, on the knees.
Hey.
Hey, let me get this
Hey, don't worry about it. You got it back, bro. You got it back.
That's why I tell our military, don't go running the Navy Federal every time, you got to go get a mortgage. It's for this reason.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know why people surprised, because Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they all done got jammed up recently about doing the same thing.
Yeah,
like, why would Navy Federal be any different?
Right.
They got the best commercials, though. That's why.
Right.
We get sucked up by these shiny objects, man. When will we learn that, you know, I'm dealing with somebody? I mean, I don't want to spill too many beans, but I actually lost a deal earlier this year to the Navy Federal, you know, and it's crazy that we chase these people that don't give a damn about your business. You know, why, you know, and it goes back to what I said earlier that I alluded to, planning, man. You know, we don't plan out, we just purchase. You know, you want to spend your money with people that have your best interest in mind. And then in the long run, even if you're not here, you'll see that if you spending money with somebody that's going to invest in your community, you know, in the long run, your community in turn will be better. But if you spend money outside your community, you spending money with people that don't have your best interest in mind. So that how can they invest in your community? And you're just looking at it transactionally. We're the only people that look at, especially big transaction like this, look at it transactionally. Everybody else is relationship based, and that relationship, the prerequisites of that relationship is your why similar to my why? Is our interests aligned for me to spend this much money with you? So we're the only one that don't think like that.
I wouldn't say we're the only ones, but that's a really good point. Especially
I don't think necessarily
to big purchases, right?
But I don't think necessarily everybody actually thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? I think there's two things that kind of get in the way. I think two things kind of get in the way, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to culture, right? You know what I'm saying? It's familiarity, and then it's also convenience. You know what I'm saying? If I have a bank account with Navy Federal and I continuously do business with Navy Federal, I don't necessarily want people in my business. So if I need a mortgage, I'm not going to go ask anybody. I'm going to go right there to the bank and people that I have a relationship with. And it's a cultural thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, you know what I'm saying, we just necessarily want to do business with them because of, you know, the color that they got sitting inside the branch. I think it's the same thing with Bank of America and Wells Fargo. People do business with them. I have my bank account with them. I have, you know, personal loans with them, whatever the case may be. So, you know what I'm saying, they're the people that I know. Let me go in here and talk to Jenny, you know what I'm saying, and talk to her about getting a mortgage because she who I know. It's convenient because I got to go in there anyway.
That's what I mean. That's my point. We got to stop that.
Right. And then you find out years later they done tacked on a couple more percentage points on your interest compared to everybody else.
And they invest in a privatized prison that incarcerated Uncle Carl.
Right. And they also created 2 or 3 accounts in your name that you don't know about.
Right.
They all do that. So this the disqualification or rejection of those applications, that doesn't surprise me at all. I think that's been the way banks have been run since they got started, right? You know, people of color always had a hard time getting a mortgage or business loan, stuff like that. So that's not really that surprising to me. But what I was thinking was, okay, what do the people do who got rejected, right? What are those that you know, 60% of people who applied? What do they do? What do they do then? What are your alternatives then? Right.
That's what they tried.
That's the first thing I was thinking about. Okay, yeah, if I went to this bank and I applied, my
not to cut your wisdom,
I got rejected. What do I do?
Not to cut your wisdom. This is what they do. They either nut up and it ain't for me, it ain't for me. They get spooky. It ain't for me right now. Or now they hit Corey and I, see if we can perform, you know, get them bail out. My point is we should be first. We shouldn't be the second. I'm more than an option, like Dre said. I should be the number 1 option.
Reckless over there, ain't he?
You know, I'm going out this year with a bang, man. This is what y'all gonna expect in 2024. I'm gonna get on y'all gonna see a lot of fire and brimstone. You know, next year.
So you guys work with that credit more than I do. So if I go to whatever bank, they deny me for a mortgage, they've ran my credit, right? So does that hurt me on the next mortgage application?
You should.
No, you got a 30-day window to shop for a mortgage where it doesn't adversely affect you.
My question is why they only did conventional. Why they didn't do all loan products?
Well, then they're gonna find out more stuff. You know what I mean? So they get the data as they get it. But my point is that's nobody's surprised at this. And then what I'm shocked is that we still applying. You know, it's like, you know, it's just like the McDonald's thing. McDonald's has on a billboard on the drive-thru, hey, this food is known to cause cancer, but yet I can go to McDonald's right now. They got a line around the corner. It's the same theory. Like we know these people don't care about our business. They don't want your business. Yet we still patronize their business. You know, so it blows my mind. You know, and especially with this is one of your most major purchases, your house. Why would you automatically default to Chase? The name is Chase. Who do you think they were chasing?
I think a lot of that
you could give the name before the chase.
Get you all gussied up like that, though.
You know, so JP Morgan, do your research on JP Morgan.
Yeah, do your research on JP Morgan, find out how he got his money.
Right. So,
all of them got their money.
Right.
So to Corey's point, and what I found just with the work that I do, banks, right? They want to offer and expand all those services to one client, right? And they generate revenue in all those different areas. But it may not be the best deal, like you guys are talking about, right? Right. It may not be the best place. So you definitely got to shop around and you got to use your brain. Yeah, relationships are great, but at the end of the day, you know, you got to do what the numbers tell you to do sometime. And I think that's my big takeaway.
That's the thing. Their numbers don't be all that.
Right.
They got one or two products that's good. They got the 100% financing that's good. But if you're a VA, you got 100% finances anyway.
Right. And I tell my clients that about investments, right? They're like shoe stores. You know, each one of these firms or investment companies or money managers, they're really only good at one or two things. Everything else, they're middle of the road or not great. And so for you to have your entire portfolio in this one, you know, firm or this one account or this one holding type, you know, you're missing the boat, right? It's like, hey, if I want running shoes, I'm going to Nike or Adidas. I'm not going to go buy my dress shoes from Nike, right? And so it's the same thing, I guess, with these loans like you guys are talking about. You know, this one bank may only be good at whatever loan, but these other three, they're really bad at. And so you do got to find that right mix to where you're optimizing what you're currently doing and saving money and making money at the same time, right?
Well, I think this is what happens. I think, like you said, I think Barry alluded to it earlier. They look at the commercials. It goes by who's top of mind. And our decision making needs to be altered. The way we do business and the way we look at business needs to be altered. You know, we don't think about the long term. We think about the immediate gratification. Oh, I know Jenny at the bank. She likes me, and she's not the person. She's just a teller. You know, and you go in there at Wells Fargo, and you're gonna get a 65 to 75 day close, and you're gonna talk to about 10 different people. And at 4:30 in a click, you're not gonna be able to get anybody on the phone to answer any questions. You know, but you know, Jenny.
Some people got to bump their head before they learn.
Hey, anybody watching, listening to this, do yourself a favor and go read The Color of Money.
It's green.
Right. No, it was green at one point.
Green, all right.
But what I'm saying is this: we got to start shopping and having a strategy and having a game plan on not only what's best in this transaction, but what's best for my family, my community as a whole. Who do I want to support? You know, and it shows in the service. It shows you get. That's what I'm saying. We don't do that at restaurants. You get treated like garbage. Well, I guess we do that at restaurants. I know some Asian restaurants. I've seen this with my own eyes. They got a place where I'm from in New Orleans called Chinese Kitchen. That's what Lil Wayne was rapping about and all that stuff. It's right there in Lil Wayne's hood, Holly Grove. I seen her get into with 5 customers in a row, pop, cursing them out. But it's all us in there, packed all the time. Every time you go there, the food ain't that great.
Guarantee them 5 would been back since.
Been back.
Is the food that good?
No, it's mid.
Even if it was, ain't nothing that good to make you disrespect me.
Right. I just seen this woman disrespect 5 people in a row. This woman told last time I was there, I think she took 45 minutes with the woman food. He's like, yeah, y'all take too long with my food. She told the woman, well, next time don't order nothing special.
Hey, you know what? You right. You right. I'm out of here.
So right. It won't happen again.
So right. I'm out of here.
It won't happen
Hey.
again. I guarantee that.
I seen this with my own eyes.
That's what I was
So, B,
thinking.
did you order
I'm
something?
different. If the service,
Did you order something up, B?
Yeah, I ordered something. Well, I think I walked out after that. I think I walked out. I think I had walked out after that. I never been back.
Okay.
But I think I
George
walked
Bush
out.
said it best. Fool me once.
Right. But my point
Never
is,
can't be
that
fooled again.
right?
I think
Right.
we used to the abuse, man. We used to the abuse. Do we expect good treatment? Do we expect top of the line service, or is it the fact that it's somebody else you take the abuse? Because I know we have some restaurants we can sneeze. Oh man, they sneezing up in there.
Oh man, let me see.
Nah, I don't know. I disagree just a bit. I think me personally, I always look at reviews. I Google places. You know what I mean? And if the food or service is good or poor, I'm sorry, I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
But my point is the benefit of the doubt. I think we got to be above and beyond. Twice as good to get half of the recognition.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's standard. That's standard. And if you don't know that as a person of color, then you got a lot of living to do.
Yeah, I think we got to be twice, and it's our own people that'll do it. They'll do it to you.
No,
I think that was
don't
in
know.
Dallas. They was standing on this man. They're standing on this man's chairs, and this is a restaurant. They twerking. This man just told him, "Hey,
yeah, I think I saw that.
I remember that.
Hey,
Happened 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, like, man, you go to the club for that, man. We trying to keep this high class. I just spent $1 million. Everybody check, please. Like, God damn, the man to say he want a classy place.
They got upset about what, like turkey leg, 150-15 for having a dress code.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, man. We gotta
like
stop doing it.
50-15 is not a club. Kids are there. You got everything.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So we got to stop doing it. We got to give us the same grace and the same benefit of the doubt. Be even all the way across the board. I would say, give me 110. This off the strength.
All right. Don't ask for no discount.
Yeah, and no discount either. I think we got to make this, make it profusely cheap. For this to do business. Like, damn, you don't make no money. I figured that out too, man. They don't want you to make no money. Like that,
Like I am not a Temu realtor.
No, yeah, I think we're talking about or classifying the whole group. I don't think everybody's like that.
No,
I think it's 20-30%, right? Not the entire group.
Correct.
We talk in generalities. Everything is in general.
Right.
If I line up 151, we could say by virtue of averages, with 51 out of that 100, we could say in general this is what happened. Nothing's gonna be 100%.
I'm thinking it's less than that. I'm thinking it's 30% or something along those lines.
Nah, you got to get out more.
But that 30% is a reckless 30, though, man. That's a reckless 30.
Like it should be 0.
Plus, yeah, exactly. But my point is this as well. Don't forget, I come from
You
retail.
got home training. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, I come from retail, so I seen the belly of the beast. I come from retail. I come from high end retail, and I seen that how we get down. And I was probably at the biggest retail store in Texas. Which is Gallery Furniture, where we waiting on 2,000 customers at least a week. You know what I mean? So.
By the way, B, was you at the one on 45 or Memorial?
I worked on both. I mean, I was the training and development manager, so I trained. I probably had tens of thousands of reps. I probably had waited on tens of thousands of people in that 6 years.
45 or Memorial, B.
I've been on all of them. I was a training and development manager.
He was wherever he was needed.
I was wherever they needed me at.
So, by the way, my mom loves Gallery Furniture. She would go in there and say, "Hey, where's Mattress Mac? I want to talk to him," and he would come out and talk to her, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
For 20, all the furniture she bought my whole life, Mattress Mac, all of it.
Yeah, I would agree that's one of the things that he's I guess touchable. He didn't make himself above the actual people. He's trying to make his image where he's with the people. But my point is this: is like I've seen people. I approach people and don't know I'm the manager, and they'll wait. Nah, I don't need help, and they'll wait for somebody else. They got 2-3 people. All right, can you help me? Like, damn, this helps you if I can help. Yeah. I done almost got into it with dudes. Say, bro, you got one more time to ask me if you need help. Like, damn, I'm doing my, you know I'm at work, right? Yeah. See the uniform?
You see the name?
Yeah, it's called a job. I do this.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of the ones that if you ask me, do I need some help? And I say no, I'm not telling you 10 times.
Yeah. Tell me your name. You know what I'm saying? I come find you when I'm ready.
Yeah, when I find what I
don't
want,
follow me around the store now.
No, I ain't following around, but you come to the store, you mud me, boom, you shove me. All right, cool. 10-15 minutes later, I see you just you feeling something, just looking around. Hey man, you got any questions? No, I'm good. All right, cool. Boom, I keep rolling. You know, and I see you again. Nobody helping you because nobody want to help you. Right. I look. Hello, you waiting for somebody else to get free, and they ignoring you.
Yeah, and then that's when Barry hit you with the right hand. Bye. I said no.
I've seen this. Like, you know, they'll wait for somebody else to get free. Like, bro, I'm free. I had to do it the third time, man. You got one more time to ask me if I need help, man. I'm like, hey, bro. I'm at work, man. This is what I do for a living, man. I'm walking around. I'm free, so hey, I'm going. That's my job. You know, I'd rather be over than under. You know what I mean? So, but soon as one of them, you know what I'm saying? Others got free. One of them, other lady, they gave her the commission. Just don't know she don't mess with them. And that's the microcosm of the macrocosm. Let's go to the fourth clip.
Yeah, you got it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm done.
He didn't
do it back to you.
Damn, you didn't even make it.
It's after 9. You should be good.
Hey, this is Chris reporting live. Back to you, B.
I done closed the window out and everything.
So while he's working on that, let me ask you guys this about that last video, right? So I think it was 60% of the people who applied were denied. Where do you
70.
go? Where do you
70%.
go?
You go to Mia Corey.
So you have to find someone who's an independent broker, loan broker. Or
broker would be best.
It just got more options. You know what I'm saying? It's almost the same thing as going to a retail. You know what I'm saying? Like a retail mortgage company or whatever the case may be. If you have any issues with underwriting there, you know what I'm saying? They're dead in the water. Nothing that they can do. As a broker, you know what I'm saying? We have options. So if one underwriter doesn't work, we'll just take you to another place.
Gotcha.
Put your file there.
Okay, I see. So it's kind of like the work that I do with life insurance. It's like, hey, I know that these folks, they'll underwrite somebody with heart problems. These folks will underwrite somebody with
exactly,
you know, diabetes, so on and so forth. You're able to find what they need based on their unique situation.
A lot of these companies, you know what I'm saying, kind of cut their teeth on a certain type of niche. You know what I'm saying? They'll do all products, but there's a niche that they do better than others. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
You know what I'm saying? As brokers, you know what I'm saying, we know who those are. When people come to us, okay, I know your situation. This company would be better, or this investor would be better for your situation.
Right.
Because I just think, you know, doing all the work to set yourself up, to prepare yourself, you know, to go and get a mortgage, right? And for most people, that takes at least 12 months, at least, right? And that's if you've been taking care of business the year before that. And then to be denied a mortgage, I just think that's a painful experience, brother. I think that's super painful.
They didn't strategize and they didn't plan properly. If you won and done, you didn't strategize and you didn't plan properly. First of all, the affluent, most people that's well off have brokers. Retail is available for those that don't know any better. Because most banks are not great at mortgages. The top, they're good at servicing, but they're not great at originating.
Right, and that was the point I was making earlier. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
with you
most
there.
banks are not great. Big Wells Fargo sucks at it. Chase sucks at
Right.
it. You know,
Right.
Navy Federal sucks at it because they don't have they have salaried employees that don't give a damn if you get approved or not because they're on a salary. So they don't take the time to learn the guidelines, and then most of the underwriters they want to save their job. They're on salary as well, so they're not on commission. So they're going to be overcautious. And so they're going to give you what's called feel good conditions. So they're going to overdock the thing. They're going to want to know what you ate last week. What did you eat last week? You ate Chinese food? Oh, you ate sushi? Nah, I can't approve you. Stuff like that. Super silly stuff. We getting into silly season. So I'm being humorous, but there's a serious note to that as well. When you got other people wholesale side that's hungry, that's competing for your business. And that's what they do. All they have is warehouse lines of credit. And they want to lend out this money so they can make their money. And they don't have all the overlays. They don't care. You know, Wells Fargo, the big banks, they don't care about your business like that. Not as far as mortgages. They have mortgages because they figured out like, damn, all this money leaving out the door, I might as well have it because it'll pay for itself.
Right.
You know, it's like you going to a steakhouse and you order a chicken sandwich. I got it because I figured they got a kid there that might not eat steak. He go to chicken sandwich. But why you at a steakhouse on a chicken sandwich?
Chicken tenders. Right. Right.
This is the Depository Institute. Why you getting the mortgage?
Right. All right, run the next clip, man. I wasn't trying to.
That was a solid analogy. Like that was a good one.
Right. Ready?
Let's do it.
DJ on strike.
Hey, I'm waiting on the video.
I'm waiting on man. Come on, man. Take me longer to try to open up everything.
That's the prime example of a millennial right there.
Right.
I ain't no millennial.
Don't want to finish the plan.
Oh man.
I ain't no millennial.
Man, come on, man.
Hey, you only got one time with me, dog.
All right. One time. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got time to play, man.
I can look at CJ's face. I was like, man, CJ ain't getting no video together. You know what I'm saying? That's all. CJ like that. Hey, he's like, I'm playing. I'm serious. I ain't doing no video. I'm playing.
I got it.
Hey, that is what millennials were doing. He just quiet quit on us. He quiet. That's what they call quiet quit.
I told you it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna do nothing. Yeah, I read an article about that a couple of weeks back.
Sure, I told you.
All right, got you. I got you, man. The Gen X gonna have to say the day again.
You know I'm Gen X too.
That's all right. I'm with you, CJ. I'm a millennial. I got you back. I'm with you.
I ain't no millennial though, bro.
When my signature is on the contract and I own that property, I'm making money. I'm not waiting to make money. I'm making it day one. Get into a stabilized market. Get into long-term investing in real estate. That means you're going to buy the property, you're going to hold the property, and then you will feel all the benefits of holding and working that property. Is wholesaling real estate worth it? I don't hold.
All right, so that was a little quick one before we get into goals, just to showing playing devil's advocate. This is one of influencers talking about, wholesale. He do the buy and hold strategy, REITs, stuff like that. So I just wanted to I know Patrick mentioned before, like he gives a lot of clients the advice of, long-term real estate, commercial, stuff like that, the buy and hold technique. So I'll open that up. Which one of y'all prefer? I think a mixture of both, but
to me, you know what I'm saying, I think it's different strokes, different folks, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I do think long term is a great avenue. I think Warren Buffett has cut his teeth on long term investment. I'm not worried about the now, I'm worried about what it's going to be down the road, right? So I do think, you know what I'm saying, the combination of wholesale to make a quick buck, to flip that into increasing your rentals is a great strategy. But to come out the gate, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to long-term and building wealth, long-term investments is way better than just wholesale. Wholesale, you got to continue to grind. Okay, I got this deal. I made $35,000, but guess what? I got to get back out there and I got to go get me another deal because that $35,000 ain't going to last long, especially if I got to continue to go out there and pay $10,000 a month on market. So you know what I'm saying? If you got long-term wealth where you getting $500-$600 cash flow on an investment property, and you end up getting 5 of those, you got a nice nest egg, that a nice income that you got coming in every single month to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Right.
Great.
I mean, I think
I second that.
Oh, go ahead, Pat.
No, you got it. I just wanted to say I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just like the video we showed, was it last week or the week before with Chris Senegal, and he was saying, you know, get you some flip ins to get your bread up so you can carry these rentals, because in the event that you have some downturn where tenant's not paying, you got to evict someone, all those type of things happen, you don't have that money in the bank to carry that, then you're gonna be in a bad position. So as long as you got some money in the bank to hold off major repairs, or if you got a vacancy, then it makes sense. But if you don't have like that money saved up, then you got to get your bread up first.
Well, you can still save the money from the long-term investments. If you get $500 a month, Lord bless you, you get the 5 tenants on one good year, and you hold that money, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to kind of
magic word, good tenant.
All of them be good tenants.
You should check all that out.
They're not gonna be able to afford a mortgage pretty soon, so you have a lot more good tenants coming in the mortgage too.
They look good on paper until they get in there.
Right. I'm with Corey. Different strokes for different folks, but also you got to take a look at where you are today, right? If you're looking to buy some property, you're going to need a nice lump sum of cash. What is it, 3%, 17%, whatever it is, right, to get into those long-term deals. So you may have to do a few wholesale deals to get you, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, so that you can pick up, 1 or 2 of those long-term holdings. So yeah, holding real estate long-term, definitely worth it. I say it all the time. Since 1990, it's averaging 4% growth rate. You can pretty much put that in black and white and ink. So you're going to get some growth, get some tax benefits along the way as well. So I see why the guy was so adamant about saying, hey, this is the only thing I do. But, he started off with a nice lump sum of cash. So I just say, hey, take a look at where you are, figure out where you want to be in the next 3 or 4 years, and then come up with that mix of wholesale deals and those long-term deals and put it together and make it work.
Gotcha.
It's one thing, a couple of different things, I'm saying, a couple of different points to make is, one of the things is long-term income tax is a lot lower than short-term. So you're saying when you talk about long-term, that means when you hold an investment for 12 months or longer. You're saying you're saving automatic money. You're saying if you're getting into these rentals, into these rental investments, because you're holding those long-term. Typically, you're saying if you're going to get a rent on those, a rent agreement, you're going to hold those for 12 months. So even after that, if the tenant moves out and you turn around and sell it, you're paying long-term capital gains tax versus short-term. So you're automatically saving money. The second thing is that a lot of people don't talk about using your primary residence as an investment. I've known some investors that actually cut their teeth on actually purchasing a home that they're going to live in. They fix it up, force appreciation, and then if they stay in there for 2 years as their primary residence, you're able to sell that. And as a single guy, you're able to make up to $250,000 tax-free. And then if you're married, you're able to make up to $500,000 tax-free.
Right.
So when it comes to investments, it doesn't necessarily have to be a secondary home that you're doing an investment for. You can actually do that on your primary residence, and I don't think enough people talk about that.
Right, and that's finding a good place to start, figuring out where you are.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, and he's exactly right on that tax code. A lot of people, I tell people that at least once or twice a year when people are selling their house, I'm like, hey, you guys save their capital gains. You married couple, and they're blown away that they've never heard that.
Right.
And I think wholesaling might be the cheat code, because especially in a competitive market like Houston, you up against Hyman's clients, and they know where the deals is at. So if you got to find the deals before they do.
Get to it, man.
So if you don't, you might be SOL.
Right. Let me say this though too. I want to ask Patrick this question. What do you think as far as REITs as opposed to the stock market?
I love REITs. There are particular ones that I really, really, really like. I own one personally, Main, MAIN. This is not a recommendation. Bam. SEC's on, they own me all the time. This is not a recommendation.
Get the disclosure in there, Pat.
I have to because typically I can't, I'm super compliant. But anyway, not a recommendation. But the REIT that I like, one, they have to pay at least a certain percentage of the money that they make to the shareholder. Number one, most companies don't do that. They decide how much they're going to pay you, right, in dividends. They pay you monthly. They can pay you quarterly. They can pay you semi-annually. They can pay you, once a year. And we just saw that first video, right? Mortgages are higher. Rents are going to be higher, right? So REITs are going to make some money. There's more people and there's less real estate. So I love REITs to add into the mix of my personal portfolio, and then also the majority of the clients that I work with.
Now let me ask you this real quick, you know what I'm saying, just for the people, you know what I'm saying, that's on, that's not necessarily, I think for a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, we take for granted that we automatically know what this stuff is, but we got a lot of people that's watching that doesn't necessarily know what it is. Can you briefly explain what REITs are, Pat?
Yeah, so REIT is I guess it's an acronym for Real Estate Investment Trust. Right. And so what it is that there's, people create these REITs, these firms create these REITs, just like firms create mutual funds. Right. It's just a different investment type for a specific asset class or category, or going after a certain opportunity in the market. I guess it's an even broader way to say it, but it's particularly focused on real estate. There's one Prologis that I like. They own all the warehouses that Amazon rents, right? As a good example, right?
Like candy.
Right, and they pay, and as I said, they have to pay a certain percentage of their revenue every year directly to the shareholder, which is you if you own it. And so I'm not sure when they pay that dividend. I haven't looked at it recently, but a REIT, they invest in real estate, different types. They pass on a lot of that revenue to the client, which is you. And typically that price is not going to fluctuate too much because the whole idea in most of those cases is for that revenue generation or those dividends each quarter or each month or semi-annually, whenever that payment happens. So it's nice to add to your mix of stocks and bonds and short term and whatever else you have going on.
And to piggyback off of what Pat's saying, you know what I'm saying, you don't only, everybody knows the real estate market is a great investment to be in. You don't necessarily have to own a property or a piece of real estate or whatever the case may be. If you get into a REIT, like what Pat says, when they pay you those dividends, it's another type of cash flow still, because you're still getting a return on your money. You're still getting income from your money. So if your risk tolerance is low and you don't want to deal with the stress, you're worried about the negative, your family talking you out of buying property or whatever the case may be, you know what the real estate market is going to do next year. REITs might be something to look into, so you don't have that risk, but yet you're still making income from the real estate industry.
Right. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, real estate is gonna be rock solid. Like you said, since the 90s is 4%. So it's gonna be a rock solid just off of the inflation. I mean, this is what it is. And then, like you said, with the rents getting higher and higher, that goes to not only residential, but that goes to commercial as well. So it's a good investment. This is a great to end the show. By the way, folks, it's gonna be the last show of 2023. I appreciate everybody. I mean, we slowly but surely making progress, man. We're gonna continue doing some tweaks to it. I'm gonna come out with an intro. We need to do a couple of commercials, and we're starting to get the technology to expand. We're going on different things live. Also, we're looking for let's get a female co-host up in here too. So any realtor or one of my loan officers that I might train, let's get a female in here to get some get the female point of view as well. So let's so we're looking for somebody that's serious and want to get into the space. So we're gonna continue to make some improvements. We need y'all to like, share. If you like I think we're the only bringing some content as far as what we're doing. I'm looking at Earn Your Leisure. They talking about stocks. I look at a couple of even realtors that have podcasts, and there's more of an infomercial on them than anything. We talk about ourselves maybe 5% of the time, and we giving valuable information the rest of the time and opinion. That's what I think. I think we don't want to.
Solid joke here now.
Yeah, and then we just and it's
some
more
songs.
of a
And some songs. Don't forget. We got
nice
the
environment.
jukebox.
It's almost a barbershop feel. You talking to barbershop, and then we need to get more live comments, man. We'll answer your questions live, and so if you got questions about real estate, this is going to be the perfect spot, especially for us, man. I don't know why we get to in the last minute to start asking questions or trying to educate yourself about real estate. You need to years before you even pull the trigger, start educating yourself now. All the little questions, little quirks, and all that it might not make sense. Go ahead and ask us. That way, it makes sense. And this is the podcast to do it. We want to provide as much. What's the best word for it? As much information, as much.
I like to say value. I like to say value. Yeah.
Yeah,
value.
As we can. So,
and to be a resource as well, right?
And to be a resource, yeah. So, with that being said, man, I wanted to go around the last time for the last year, go around one more time, and I wanted to go over what you were thankful for in 2023. If you want to share your victory, share, your setback, and then what's your goal, your top couple of goals for 2024. So, what you're thankful for in 2023. Victory in 2023, maybe a setback if you want to share that, and then what's your goals for a couple of top goals, at least 2 top goals for 2024. So, you want to go clockwise again? Boom, CJ.
Sure. All right, 2023, man. I was fortunate enough to be selected and graduated from the Texas Realtor Leadership Program, 9-month program that we had. They selected 34 people. We got over 50,000 agents in Houston. So just graduated that program in November. Also got my designation for CIPS. That's for Certified International Property Specialist. So that's one thing I'm tapping into next year. I just got accepted into the global committee. So I'll be doing a lot of international work next year.
Congrats.
Goal-wise, that's one of the goals. So it'll be more like 2-to-1 ratio, listings to buyers, and, just growing and also leveraging. So, adding to my team, adding agents to sponsor with the brokerage. So looking pretty bright for 24.
Gotcha. Congratulations on that. So your top goals is just to work international. And what was the other one? Work more international deals?
No, the goal-wise, as far as production, is I'm going 2-to-1 ratio listings to buyers. So having twice as many listings as buyers next year.
Gotcha. I was looking for that's another thing. Let me add that to the goal board, man. I need a soundboard, man. Sound effects, man. I was looking for the applause. I can't find it. Get some sound effects going in this thing, man. Some music, background music, sound effects. I need to get more heavily produced on this thing, make it a little bit more, live. Barry, what you want? Barry, what you got? You got your 2023 victories, setbacks, and your 2024 goal, a couple of your 2024 goals.
I've been doing a lot more like video and video marketing, and especially like with this podcast. So that's because I really don't like getting out and on camera and all that. So that was a good thing for me this year. And that's going to be a goal next year, is to do more of it, especially getting more information out to people. Because I think that's one of the big things that we have is a lot of people don't know. And so I want to get that information out to them so they can do all the things that we've been talking about.
Gotcha. So your victory is like doing videos, and then you want to just
more video, more
enhance it. By what you got to get specific, like by what method? What method are you trying to do more of it? Like you trying to?
No. I mean, doing video on social media, more of that.
Gotcha. All right, gotcha. Patrick, what you got?
I think I'll second what he just mentioned. Stay consistent with that social media. That's definitely one for 2024. But what I'm most pleased or proud of this year is that I made it through the end of the year, right? I took a leap of faith and I created my own practice just because I'm not a rookie anymore. I've mastered my craft. I did my CFP work and I know how to do this and help families and make money at the same time being ethical. And so that just makes me happy. So I'm happy 2023 treated me that way. As far as 2024, I definitely want to continue to build my practice, build my book of business, but my goal is not to be the biggest, investment firm in Houston. My goal is to create better outcomes for my clients. And so that's going to be what I'm focused on in 2024.
Gotcha. All right. Corey, what you got?
Yeah. My goals is to be more like CJ, man. I need some more plaques on the wall. I need some accomplishments, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to do more. I need to do more in 2024 than I did in 2023. But no, in all seriousness, I just made 1 year. Me like Pat, you know what I'm saying, opened up my own business, and we just made 1 year last month, and I figure that's a big accomplishment. And I want to continue to grow the company. Continue to take steps forward. I'm in the tail end now of expanding the business and actually becoming my own bank. So I'm letting out my own money. You know what I mean? So just continuing to take the next steps and always be better the next year than I was the previous year.
Right.
And for next year, you know what I'm saying, 2024 goals is to help more families, help more people by way of social media, classes, whatever the case may be. I just want to be able to be a resource and help more people get into homes in 2024 than I did in 2023.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have a full breakdown goals if you want to get granular on my Power of Ownership podcast that's coming out Friday. So if you want a full breakdown on all my goals, like on all the business, y'all stay tuned to that. But I would say my victory for 2023, I made first full year calendar year as a broker. I got my real estate license as well. CJ and I coordinated together and got Greenwood going. So that was a goal as well to get the brokers going on the real estate side. Now that in 2024, we're going to laser focus on expanding and recruiting and stocking the business with talent. So my whole goal next year is developing the talent and getting on both sides, on the real estate side and on the mortgage side, getting good people, training them up and scaling the business. So I'm looking for people that want to. We have a job fair. In fact, Friday, January 5th, we're gonna have a job fair. So we're looking for people that want to make six figures that I could train and I could mold and I could duplicate myself. So we're looking for both sides. We're looking for real estate agents that might want to change for 2024. We're looking for loan officers that might want to change for 2024. And we're looking for people that want to be both. And people that want, instead of being a medical assistant or a dental assistant, I'll train you. We'll be the brains, and we'll go ahead and get you molded where you can make six figures, make it better for your families, where you can have a career without needing all the 8 years of certification or the 8 years of schooling. We could, you could mentor with me for 2 years and you can make just as much as a doctor or a lawyer, So, and that's the goal, is finding good people that want to work, want to be motivated, and that's it. That's my goals for 2024. In a nutshell, and I'm thankful, like I said, for another year that I made it. I didn't lose the weight like I wanted. That's another thing. I got to lose this weight. 2024. That's the last little piece of the puzzle. Get extra sexy on y'all. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, Hyman, you want time in before we get out of here? I know your laptop died, man. What was your biggest victory in 23, biggest setback, and what's your goals for 2024? 2 goals and, your top 2 goals.
To be honest, man, I bought my first investment this year.
Congratulations. Investment property?
Congrats, bro.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
It's always good to be a member of something.
Right.
Setback goals.
Next year, I want to make 100. You know, I missed it by 15 this year, over the 10, by 10 or 15 this year. So, want to make 100.
Right.
That's it.
Gotcha. It was the second goal. All right. 100.
Yeah, it was it. Oh, I need to have two.
Huh?
I need to have two.
Yeah, two goals. Top two goals.
Personally,
property number 2, dog. Get the second property.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a part of the plan, of course. But to have a better relationship with my children.
Gotcha.
Period.
That's always a
That's major.
Huh?
Right.
That's major.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
You know,
So
I got them adults running around here, so it's like damn, I can't tell you what to do. Go sit down somewhere. Now I got to like really cultivate the relationship as an adult.
Right. Right. So, yeah, I mean, and my last goal, I got to get a Cybertruck, man. Got to go electric. You know what I'm saying? Got to get one of the things for the end of the year. Trying to go electric, man. The gas ain't no joke, man.
I figured you want another car some kind of way. You're into cars anyway.
Yeah, I got to get I'm getting electric this year sometime. Sometime this year I'm gonna get electric.
I recommend a hybrid, bro, but we can talk about that later.
Well, yeah, I mean, in case you
get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds.
I want to do no gas, man. I just want boom. I was driving like that.
Hey, that premium tearing your mouth out.
That premium ain't no joke. That thing ain't a joke. You know that gas. Man, I looked at. I got a $400 gas bill. I might drive every other day.
Man,
hey, didn't Tesla just have a big recall?
Recall? Yes, they did.
Yeah, man, they not the only one that make electric cars. So I'm gonna get something.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
I'm gonna get something electric. That's why I said electric. If it ain't necessarily a Tesla, I do want one of the Cybertrucks. You know, but
truck ugly as hell.
Ain't they? Hey, look, you ain't in the hood no more. You don't need no bulletproof truck.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about gunshots coming at you.
I want something that's I don't know. I was gonna go high end, but something that your boy Kofi said that made a lot of sense. That stuck with me. Like, man, I asked him, well, how'd you make it? You know, like, man, I'm being humble, and that stuck with me. So I was gonna go ahead and get the Urus or the Aston Martin next. But I'm like, man, I might be shining too hard on it again. We got this thing like, man, he making too much money. His name is Billionaire Loan Officer. So he got to be money off. You know what I'm saying? So we got this sickness. So I'm like, man, I don't want to shine too hard. I might make a all right. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, he might not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get to that spot. You know, I don't want to flash too hard. I hop out of Aston Martin, man. I ain't gonna get no first time home buyers. You're like, man, this boy making too much money, man. I usually get that on the sales floor at Gallery, man. I used to wear my gaiters all the time. I'm like, man, this dude got gaiters on, man. I'm like, I can't help, man. Who else they got?
They said they're not spending that much, huh?
Nah, that's the thing. That is the thing. They see you, so I start wearing them Nike Airs. And the sales went up.
Right.
No, you need the Monarchs.
No, I don't know what Monarchs is.
Hey, you did say you was Gen X. Hey, that's what they wear.
What is Monarchs?
That's them Nikes, man. Them
Oh, okay, like the Project Knights.
No.
Nah, that's what the guys they barbecue. The guys who do the barbecue, and that's what they wear.
Yeah, I see your picture.
Hey, I'm not a sneakerhead, you know what I mean? But I do like Italian shoes though. You know, they feel the best on the feet, but the only thing about them, man, you got, it's just flashy. It's flashy, you know what I mean? But they figure you're making too much money. They don't want to give you none. I don't know. It's y'all may have to help me out. Y'all want to see me make it, or y'all don't? I think it's got to be a cool medium. You got to humble brag. You know, if you look too poor, then they gonna figure out you look too rich. Damn, I'm not. It's in between somewhere.
What did I say? I said get a hybrid, best of both worlds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why.
There you go, B.
No, I can't run.
That's them dad night. That's them dad.
Yeah, that's dad night.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
them.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm
gonna tell you,
doing the yard Nikes right there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
like that's them Nikes don't come with a box.
Brad, you in
They
the
got the
yard,
top missing.
working in the
The top of the
garden.
box gone.
I think they come in a box, bro.
Box, man. They just got them hanging up.
I think they come in a box.
Hey, man, don't laugh. I had some of them.
All right.
I did the yard in them too. That's what they were for.
Yeah, man. I need a box at least to stack them up.
And with that, I'm logging off. It's past my bedtime.
All right, man.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week. Happy holidays, happy New Year's, man.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Man, we'll
Feliz
see y'all next
Navidad.
year, man.
All right.
Peace.